Hi everyone and welcome to today's class. This is a very special one because it is Christmas Day and I'm sure you notice also that there is a kind of magic in the air, a kind of standstill, pause. The world is breathing, hopefully, at least in my surrounding, the energy is like this. And yes, our body also needs attention because I'm sure many of you can relate that there were lots of gatherings, maybe family, friends, lately, not only on that day, and not necessarily the healthiest nutrition, big meals, and so definitely our body needed to process a lot of emotions, of mental stuff, but also just whatever we put into our body. So let's see what we can do to help it recover from all this work and also to get the right revelations, insights and knowledge that we need to gain or that we could actually gain from all this. Okay, so let's get on the feet. Little toes in line with your muscle line or your hips, I wanted to say. Little fingers in line with your shoulders, nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone in line, and sink your sit bones together like a fountain, like with a magnet, and lengthening everything through the head, lengthening, and think of your ribs closing together, or your rib cage closing. Okay, so now we'll start with the reaffirmation of the upper arms. So I've got the palms to the front, little fingers towards the thumbs, lengthening everything, ribs together, long and relaxing. Okay, so one more time. Thumbs, little fingers towards the thumbs, just lengthening, everything's long. I'm really curious what we're going to do. As you know, we're always guided. So let's see, palms to the back. Now we're working our way around the upper arms. Now thumbs towards the little fingers, lengthening everything, just long energy through the head and releasing. One more time, thumbs towards the little fingers, lengthening everything and really long. Okay, going to the end of the mat. Lengthening, sit bones together and just rolling down, relaxing. You know that at any point that you need to, you bend your legs, no problem. You can bend your elbows, everything's long if you need some yoga blocks, some books. I'm repeating myself, but do whatever you need. So sit, navel in, and think of rounding all this, and then from your sit bones to your head, lengthening through. And one more time, lengthening, navel in, and sit bones to your head, long. Right, one more time, navel in, and lengthening, and relaxing. Okay, so just let the blood flow back, lengthen, everything's long. And one more time in that same position as always, lengthening. This helps really for the mobility of your upper shoulder and your neck. Navel in, lengthening the back, so describing the biggest possible circle with your arm, looking at your middle finger, and navel in, lengthening, lowering, thinking of describing an even bigger circle, just thinking, and this is helping to maintain your muscles or the muscle coordination that we are using. So one more time, lengthening, energy through the head, most important thing through the head, and coming back, navel lengthening, just lengthening, lengthening, and lengthening through the head, lengthening, navel in lengthening, just lengthening, lengthening, and just let the blood flow back. Just relax, and yeah, we're doing some push-ups, I get told. Interesting. Okay, so here we go. Push-ups forwards. Little fingers in line with the little toes for the guys, and for all the ladies on your knees, but make sure you're here. So it's a diagonal line from your knees to your head. You just relax your elbows close to the body, and then you get up. Not from the muscles here, but from sit bones and head in that line. Thinking the fountain like Diana. And for all the men, this is exactly the same thing. Just relaxing, relaxing the elbows. And here we go, relaxing them, sit bones head. Don't copy me. For me, this is easier. And lengthening. And lengthening, and one more, and then just navel in and back, and maybe you want to give your back a rest, or you just want to let the blood flow down. Okay, one more time, just a little bit more. Okay, lengthening, just lengthening. Lengthening, and relaxing. Okay, good. Now we've got some side push-ups. Okay, so we're getting the entire thing, maybe, I don't know. So we've got the heels in line with the hips and the shoulders, sorry. Now you embrace your upper shoulder blade and put your hand here. Make sure that your ear is also in line with your shoulder. Now lengthening from here, coming up, and lengthening even more to come down. Sinking your legs diagonally down so they don't come up, and make sure you're not just pushing this navel out, it's lengthening. So it's a long circle and an even longer circle, same principle, always same principle, to go down, right? Lengthen, and lengthening, and again lengthening, and lengthening, and one more time, lengthening, and lengthening. And I think we've got one more, and then we've got 5 all together. This is what we're doing today. Lengthening. And one more time to get up. Okay. Other side. Heels in line with your hips and your shoulders. And now make sure that you're embracing your upper shoulder blade. Yes. With the underneath arm, just place your hand here. Make sure you got your ears in line with your shoulder, and keep lengthening, not pushing out. This is up, no, lengthen. Keep lengthening. And lengthen. And you can see there's always one side that's easier, where you're stronger. Very normal. Yeah, because we're all preferring one side normally. It's very rare that people are gifted to use both hands equally. Lengthening, and keep thinking your legs down. So we've got one more to do 5. Lengthen. Make sure you're not here always, yeah, but try to maintain these 4 points forwards. Okay, so one more to come up. And here we are. Okay, just see how the back is. Just trying to find out here. Yeah. Okay. Right, and now we're continuing backwards. So first on the elbows, little fingers in line with the shoulders and with the elbows, so you're really in a 90 degrees angle. So from here, legs together, breathing in. On the out breath, it's a diagonal line from your feet to your head, and everything here is cool, okay? One more time, breathe in and lengthen. Okay, lengthening, yeah? Just make sure you're not lifting, but upwards and stretch energy through the head. Okay, not necessarily more difficult is when you're working it from here, make sure that your hands are not are in line and not somewhere else. That's very important. Okay, so breathe in. On the out breath, lengthen. And coming down. Good. Okay, one more time. Breathing in. And lengthen. And down we go. Okay, so no cheating. Yeah, breathing in. And one more time, lengthening, and if that's all not a challenge, you can try to lengthen one leg and lengthen to go down. Important, biggest possible circle, even bigger possible circle, muscle coordination maintained as always, yeah, same principle, Okay, so the other leg, so it's not about up and down, it's always a circle in your mind that you are working on. Okay, so from here, lengthening and lowering. Breathe. Up you go. Lengthening and lowering and down. Okay, good. Just relaxing here a little bit. Yeah, I need a little bit more oomph today, as it looks. At least now, lot to process. Good, and maybe you just want to tune in with your body, give it a little bit of love, letting go maybe, three-dimensional with the arms as always, very helpful, and just see where there is a little bit of tension, where you feel a little bit different, uncomfortable, not necessarily, but yeah, just different tension, whatever we can address, okay? So, now we're continuing with lengthening the legs, okay? So I'm just grabbing my left leg, that's very easy on the knee here, and lengthening the leg. So it's about a little massage with the foot and then lengthening, navel in, energy, hips. So the fountain is, as always, working, and we're lengthening here, little toe in line with your muscle line with your hips, and of course also sit bone and heel. Just maintain that line, elbows closed or relaxed, lots of energy through your head, because you want to keep your hips parallel. So we do 4 of those, meaning we got 1 more to go. After this, your knee is relaxed, yeah? So we are using the muscle coordination from behind the leg. It's not lifting from the quadriceps. That's not what we want from the upper thigh. So the inner thigh in connection here. Sit bones, hip, navel, that's what we're working. Okay, just change. And lengthening. Okay, so 3 more. Lengthening. Up we go. And lengthening. Navel in. And At least that's what we're asked to do. So changing, now lengthening the leg, and it's just a little flex, meaning nice and relaxed toes, and from your sit bones, just think one line to your heel, hips, and heel in line. So it's not down to the floor, it's just a little above the floor. Lengthening and bending in and lengthening navel, and one more time, and one more time, lengthening and relaxing. Okay, now other leg. And lengthening and bending in and lengthening and bending in and two more, lengthening and in and one more, lengthening. Okay, good. Just relax your back. Maybe you want to stretch out. Lengthening. Okay, so from here you've got your little toes in line with your hips, but you bend your knees. And the little fingers in line with your shoulders, relaxing the elbows. They always relax anyway. Sit bones together, energy through the head, meaning the fountain is working. Ribs together and just lengthen, coming up with your arms. Breathing in, just see if it's all correct, lengthening, lowering, and sliding out, up, and lengthen. Just see if your alignment is correct, and then down we go. We just repeat this once, only to see if we are coming up vertebra by vertebra, where we can lengthen a little bit more. Lengthen from the sit bone to the heel. And if we are in alignment, make sure you're not using anything here. It's all relaxing here. Okay, so lengthening. Now, legs together. Okay, working in the center line, and we also go backwards if you can. If there's any inconvenience, and if it's an inconvenient thought, yeah, or feeling, emotion, you don't do that. Everything here has to be fine. I hope my hairstyle works with it. I don't know. Lengthening. Navel in, lengthening all the way. It should be here. Little fingers in line with your shoulders. And down we go, slowly. Okay, keep lengthening everything. Just see where you can lengthen even more. In, sit bones to your head, lengthening. With the cold and with all the emotions, you may feel like a little bit not your normal length, right? So just see if you can find that now or regain it. Okay, you don't have to do that. You can be here and go back, right? And, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mention that before. But if you cannot go back, or you feel like you don't want to go back, you just stay wherever you can. You can bend your legs, you lengthen from here in your mind, in your thoughts, in your imagination. Same thing from the sit bones to your heels in that position, okay? So no stress. Lengthening. And coming back. Lengthening. There's a lot of lengthening to do today, they tell me. Well, they've done the navel in, sit bones to your head, the strengthening part at the beginning, lengthening, and up, and lengthen. Right, and one more, and if you like, and you can go back and you have no stress with that, you can do the circles with the legs, but only if that's possible. Meaning from here, lengthening, biggest possible circle, little toe in line with the hip or muscle line, lengthening to even more, stretching, lengthen, 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 and coming back to here, right, and one more, lengthening, lengthening, and lengthening, and lengthening, lengthening, and coming back, and lengthening, and backwards, lengthening, and just relax your back. Maybe you want to give it a little massage, whatever you need. Right? When you have to shake your legs now, do that. You can always stop what we're doing here. Okay. Good. So what's up next? Right, on the side. Okay. And this is also very much stretching, they tell me. It's not like normally. Okay, so middle finger in line with your ear, your hips and your heels, little flex. You can put a cushion underneath or a towel, same thing here. And make sure that your elbow is in contact with your body to not stress your shoulders. And if you feel a little tensy and you don't want to put and anything underneath doesn't help, you can also look slightly down. Okay, now it's all lengthening the legs and it's lengthening both. And you also lengthening here. Okay, good. One more time. Lengthening. So it's not lifting. See the difference? No, it's lengthening. Lengthening and lengthening. So we've got the fountain working again. All the time anyway. And now we've got this developpé. Okay, so it's about the stretching. From here, and just take the seam and lengthen there. Okay? And down. And if you professionally need to do more like I do, then this is what you do. But you can also do the other version, obviously, because if you don't need it, you don't need it. Lengthening. So we do 2 of those. Lengthening, just keep lengthening everything. And the third one is a little stretch at the end. If you choose to do that, lengthening, because you know what you need. Lengthen. And now lengthening, and it's not pulling the leg towards you, it's about energy through the fingers, toes, and the head. And this is where you are then. Or wherever you are. Lengthening. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening down, and this time we're called to lengthen as before. Lengthen here and lengthen ribs together, and to see where our muscle coordination takes us. Okay, good. If you don't get up yet, relax. It'll all come, and sooner than you imagine. That's my experience of 40 years. So, middle finger in line with your ear, hips, and muscle line. Ears, hips, and heels. Sorry. Okay, elbow in contact with your body. If you want to put something underneath, that's fine. Or you want to look down. Otherwise, lengthen your feet and lengthen. And again, energy out. And from your sit bones, head, fountain out. Okay, and relax. And my feet are not here, but here because I'm using my sit bones and this turns my legs, okay? So that's why. Okay, just relaxing, making sure your hips are parallel, the upper one is not turned backwards. Okay, so we've done 2. Now lengthen from here, look at the seam and lengthen this line, and then lengthen all of your body, especially the fountain, to lower the leg. Okay, that's the task. No matter where you need it, but where you need it. Okay, lengthen. You don't need it by your ear, sorry. Surely I wanted to say lengthening and down. And lengthening, down we go, and one more time, lengthening. This time I do a stretch, but you do what you need to do, please, right? Whatever that is for you. Okay, so energy through the head, fingers, toes, out from the center, not leg towards you, but out. That's a different thing. Okay. And really feel how much energy is right to not pull too much. Lengthen. Okay, and now we're called again to lengthen here and here, palms facing each other, ribs together, and let's see where we're getting at. Yes, all right. Okay, just relaxing here a little bit. And they tell me that we can do the standing exercise for stability. So if you want to join me for that, you do that. This is how I found how I can really lengthen my toes in that position. So your body may also teach you some little tricks like that, and if you take your time, it's really helpful. Okay, good. So let's see what we're called to do here. Don't exaggerate, we just do what we can, okay? Hips parallel, you can bend your legs in any position, no problem. And the first thing is that we, yes, do bend. Okay, so from here, hips parallel, lengthening. Wow, okay. Let the blood flow back. And on the out breath, you can be here, no problem. Just make sure your hips are parallel to the mat and your head is relaxed, meaning your neck is long. Okay. And relax. And we're just stretching out a little bit more one time, and that's all, right? I am getting. Okay, so let's see. Relaxing. All right. Breathing. And one more. Or other leg, rather. Lengthening. Elbows relaxed. Right. And relaxing. Wow. Okay. Just sitting down again. I'm just seeing we need a little bit more. I need once again this one. Okay. Yes, this is always very much relaxing my shoulders. Okay. Right. Give them a little shake. Shake off something from your energy field that needs to go. Okay. Good. Apparently we had a lot of healing energy over Christmas. 24th, Christmas Eve especially, so maybe that just needed to go. Something just needed to go. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you today, and thank you very much for attending this class today and for participating. Thank you so much for growing my channel. I love to see that there are more people now healthy, happy, and yes, a bigger community who is working on this new world of love, peace, freedom, wealth, health, compassion. Thank you. Lots and lots of love, and have a beautiful day until the next class.